In Western Europe lies a country that shouldn't even exist the way it does today, the Netherlands. A nation of over 17 million people spread across just over 41,000 square kilometers, making it smaller than Denmark, smaller than Slovakia, yet with a population larger than many well-known nations. But what truly makes this place extraordinary isn't its size or population, it's the mindset. Because here, about 26% of the land lies below sea level, and nearly 60% of the population lives in areas that would be underwater without human intervention. Imagine if entire parts of countries like New Zealand or Singapore were permanently below sea level, and instead of abandoning them, people built a system so advanced that flooding became almost irrelevant. That's exactly what the Dutch have done. They don't fear water, they control it, they reshape it, and they make it work for them. What you're about to see may completely changes how you think about human ingenuity. The Netherlands is filled with vast, calm, crystal-clear lakes that stretch across the landscape like mirrors reflecting the sky. People swim in them, sail across them, kayak through them, and relax along sandy shores that feel almost identical to Mediterranean beaches. But here's the twist. Many of these lakes didn't exist naturally in the way you see them today. Centuries ago, much of this land was actually part of the sea. Through an extraordinary system of dikes, canals, and pumping stations, the Dutch pushed the ocean back and created a land known as polders. Today, about 1/6 of the entire country is reclaimed land. In most countries, land is something given by nature. In the Netherlands, land is something created by humans. And instead of removing all the water, the Dutch made a smarter choice. In some areas, they left parts of it untouched, allowing them to transform into stunning lakes and recreational zones. Places like Veluwemeer and Vinkenveense-Plessen are now major weekend destinations. When the weekend arrives, families jump on their bikes, children grab their swim gear, and people head to the water. They swim, relax, read, and enjoy the sun just like people would on beaches in Spain or Maldives. Except here, there are no crashing waves, no salt water, and no unpredictable tides, just calm, controlled water designed for enjoyment. For the Dutch, this isn't a second option, it's their version of a perfect getaway. And unlike famous coastal destinations around the world that rely purely on nature, the Dutch designed theirs. This relationship with water reveals something deeper. For over 1,000 years, the Dutch have followed one simple idea: work with nature, don't fight it blindly. While many countries react to natural disasters, the Netherlands prepared for them centuries in advance. Their flood defense system, including massive projects like the Delta Works, is considered one of the greatest engineering achievements in modern history. Without it, a large part of the country would simply disappear underwater. Amsterdam may be the capital known for its canals and culture, but Rotterdam tells another story entirely. It is home to one of the largest ports in the world. For decades, it has been Europe's busiest port, acting as a gateway for goods entering the continent. Think of it as the European equivalent of the biggest global trade hubs. A massive portion of goods entering Europe passes through Rotterdam first. So for such a small country, its global economic impact is enormous. Now, let's talk about something even more surprising: agriculture. The Netherlands is the third largest exporter of agricultural products in the world, right after the United States and Brazil. But here's what makes it interesting. The United States is vastly larger in land area, yet the Netherlands still competes at the same level. That means per square kilometer, the Netherlands is the most productive agricultural country on Earth. Compare this to large agricultural nations like Brazil or China, where farming relies heavily on vast land areas. In the Netherlands, production comes from efficiency, not size. Dutch farms use high-tech greenhouses, controlled environments, LED lighting, and hydroponic systems where plants grow without soil. Water usage is reduced by up to 90% compared to traditional farming methods. Farmers rely on data, sensors, and technology rather than just manual labor. This system has become so successful that countries around the world are adopting Dutch agricultural techniques to improve their own food production. But the Netherlands isn't just about efficiency and business, it is also known for its unique social approach. Instead of strict bans, the Dutch often experiment with controlled systems. Take drug policy as an example. Cannabis is not fully legalized, but it is tolerated and regulated. Small amounts are decriminalized, and licensed coffee shops operate under government supervision. Compare this to many countries where laws are either extremely strict or constantly changing. The Dutch approach focuses on control rather than punishment. As a result, drug-related issues have remained relatively stable compared to many parts of Europe. The same openness applies to other areas of society, including regulated sex work, which is legal and monitored for safety and health standards. These policies are debated worldwide, but the Netherlands does not avoid these discussions. It tests ideas instead of ignoring them. Now look at everyday life, because what truly defines the Netherlands is how people live on a daily basis. And nothing represents that more than the bicycle. There are over 23 million bicycles in the country, more than the population itself. Compare that to most countries where cars dominate daily life. In the Netherlands, bikes dominate everything. Around 27% of all trips are made by bicycle, and in major cities, that number is even higher. Children bike to school, adults bike to work, and even professionals ride in formal clothing. Rain doesn't stop anyone. People simply adapt and keep moving. The country has over 35,000 kilometers of dedicated cycling paths, more organized than transport systems in many nations. This lifestyle has a direct impact on health. The Dutch population is among the fittest in the world, with lower obesity rates compared to countries like United States, the United Kingdom, or Germany. Daily movement is part of life, not something scheduled separately. Work culture is also very different. The Netherlands has one of the highest rates of part-time work in the world. Nearly half of the workforce works part-time. Compare that to countries like Japan or South Korea, where long working hours are common. Many Dutch workers choose to work 4 days a week and dedicate the 5th day to family. This balance between work and life is deeply valued. And despite working fewer hours, the Dutch economy remains strong and productive. In fact, productivity per hour is among the highest in the world. Education plays a major role in shaping this society. Dutch schools focus on critical thinking instead of memorization. Students are encouraged to question ideas, debate with teachers, and express opinions freely. This creates a culture of confidence and independence. As adults, this turns into something known as Dutch directness. People speak clearly and honestly. For outsiders from cultures where communication is more indirect, this can feel blunt at first, but in Dutch culture, it's seen as respectful and efficient. Language is another strength. The Netherlands consistently ranks among the top countries in the world for English proficiency. More than 90% of the population can speak English, much higher than most European countries. Many Dutch people also speak additional languages, making communication with the world easy. Quality of life in the Netherlands is consistently ranked among the highest globally. Life expectancy is around 81 years. Healthcare is strong, cities are clean, and public transport is efficient. The country is also a global leader in sustainability. From renewable energy to urban planning, cities are designed for people with green spaces, clean air, and efficient systems that reduce pollution compared to many industrial nations. And perhaps the most fascinating thing about the Netherlands is this: it never stops experimenting. From building land out of the sea to redefining work culture, from advanced farming to progressive policies, this country constantly tests new ideas. Some succeed, some evolve, but the willingness to try remains constant. When you live in a place where survival itself depends on innovation, standing still is not an option. You either adapt or you sink. The Dutch have chosen to adapt every single time, and that is what makes life in the Netherlands so unique. And maybe that's the real lesson hidden beneath all of this. The Netherlands isn't just a country that fought the sea and won. It's a country that understood something most of the world is still learning, that limits are often just starting points. Where others see obstacles, the Dutch see systems to design. Where others see risk, they see opportunity. And where others wait for change, they build it themselves. Because in the end, this isn't just a story about land below sea level. It's a story about a mindset above it. A mindset that doesn't ask, why is this happening to us, but instead asks, how do we make this work for us? And maybe that's why a country that shouldn't exist not only exists, but thrives. And that is it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful contents.